Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. On first down, Love. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From the 40 now on second down. Luck, man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign, had over 700 yards, 42 catches for the man from Brenham, Texas, which is located halfway between Houston and Austin. Only 3 there on the screen at second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Luck. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Love. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation. And
a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. They snap it to Love. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Melvin Ingram. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5 now. Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. He had 3 of those sacks last week en route to being the AFC Defensive Player of the Week 1 right there. How do you block him now?
That's the question you think that they'd be able to answer. After having 3 the week before, you would make all the necessary adjustments in practice, but he's such an imposing force, he knows how to get to the quarterback anyway.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson flush to his right, and that's incomplete. Watson on the keeper. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower post-game.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. It's Hill, complete. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Watson, forced out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. A 12-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach. because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit. They're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Call that a very strong gain of 24. A first down carry for Henry. And some room to run now. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Derrick Henry, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Now Watson, buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run. It's Gurley. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. On first down, it's Watson, escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Out of the gun, Watson. Flushed out right. And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. Von Miller has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. From his goal line here, Luck. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. first down. Henry, and he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Justin Jones there on the stop. The final shot before the break. Luck. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
Let's go, baby.
The Charger drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Flush to his right. He is going to find Hill here. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Derrick Henry. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. He completes this to Sutton. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll run here with Lindsey, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Philip Lindsey, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, It was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the note. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Broncos. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Cooper was the intended target.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. This is Henry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Love. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. McManus's point after is good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier play game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Luck now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. Luck now to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. In for the score. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the...
Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8.
Here we go.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. Got some room at the 30. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
32. First down, Chargers.
Hey, what's up? You 18. 47. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Watson on first down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. A shotgun snap for Watson. Dancing to his left. He's going to let it go. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Simmons. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions. Because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Here's Luck. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Luck. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Henry. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Henry. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the 39, Luck. Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out and picked up by the Chargers. 20, 10, and this is going to be a Charger touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you've won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Wake with a little wake-up call as he gets in there for the sack. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson eluding the pressure right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Watson from the gun, he'll throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Watson picked by his former teammate Kareem Jackson. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. Philip Lindsay, the intended target. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Locke. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll actually throw it with Locke. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction. And that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play. But if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He's got Allen. And he's got Rome. He's by himself. Keenan Allen. The 20. 10. Touchdown, L.A. Keenan Allen, 88 yards. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. A lot going to throw it here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And an alley to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Broncos are able to recover, and that should just about wrap this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. After the sack on 1st down, Locke. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.